What is happening inside Ukraine's energy sector right now? Why has one of the country's most important industries suddenly become the center of an extensive financial investigation? And why did this happen at the very moment when Ukraine is holding new and extremely sensitive negotiations with the International Monetary Fund? Today, many observers are asking the same questions. How will this new situation influence Ukraine's relationship with international partners? Will it affect the timing and scale of future financial assistance? And most importantly, what does this mean for stability within a sector that plays a key role in Ukraine's resilience? The reason these discussions have become so intense is simple. Reports indicate that investigators are now examining a potential corruption scheme involving roughly $100 million linked to parts of Ukraine's energy industry. This has raised concerns both inside the country and abroad, especially because energy infrastructure and international financial support remain crucial for Ukraine's daily functioning. So today we take a closer look at the details, what has already been revealed, what Kyiv is saying, how the IMF is reacting, and what could happen next. The situation is complex, sensitive, and highly important, and understanding it helps us see the broader picture of Ukraine's economic challenges. Let's break it down calmly and carefully. The International Monetary Fund has officially confirmed that it has begun a new round of negotiations with Ukraine regarding a multi-billion-dollar lending program. These talks are part of an ongoing effort to support Ukraine's financial stability, help the government manage budget needs, and strengthen key economic sectors. However, the context of these negotiations has changed significantly. According to reports, Ukrainian authorities have launched a large-scale corruption probe within the country's energy sector. The investigation focuses on possible financial misconduct that may involve around $100 million in suspected kickbacks connected to contracts, resource distribution, or management decisions. Officials in Kyiv say that the aim of the investigation is to ensure transparency and accountability in one of the country's most strategic sectors. The government has repeated that all financial support from international partners must be used efficiently and according to agreed frameworks. At the same time, the IMF continues to follow the situation closely. While the fund has not commented directly on the ongoing investigation, its representatives have consistently highlighted the importance of reforms, oversight, and responsible financial governance. These elements remain key conditions for long-term cooperation. For Ukraine, the timing of the probe is significant. The country relies heavily on international financial assistance to maintain essential services, support vulnerable industries, and stabilize the budget. Energy infrastructure in particular remains under pressure, and international funding often plays a crucial role in maintaining operations, modernizing systems, and preventing shortages. The corruption investigation has therefore attracted wide attention not only within Ukraine, but also among partner countries that contribute financial aid. Observers note that any major findings or delays in clarifying the situation may influence the pace of additional financial support. So far, Ukrainian officials have stated that the investigation is moving forward and that full transparency is a priority. Several political figures have emphasized that strengthening accountability is essential for building long-term trust with international institutions. Economic analysts say that while corruption probes can create short-term uncertainty, they may also strengthen confidence in the long run. The key factor will be how quickly the situation is clarified and whether clear measures are implemented to prevent similar issues in the future. IMF-related processes often require a high level of cooperation between governments and financial institutions, including detailed financial reviews, progress reports, and long-term planning. Therefore, any new complications inside a strategic sector may require additional discussions or adjustments to existing agreements. Looking ahead, several scenarios are possible. If the investigation proceeds transparently, this could reassure partners and demonstrate Ukraine's willingness to address issues inside key industries. If the situation takes longer to resolve, it may temporarily slow some financial decisions or lead to additional requirements from international lenders. If new reforms are introduced, the energy sector could become more stable and resilient in the long run, strengthening Ukraine's position in negotiations. For now, both Kyiv and the IMF continue their talks.